Good day. This is News Recap on Rulazor TV. I'm Olalade Bolariwa. First, the headlines. Tinubu begins 10-day trip to Europe. Defense chief links farmer that clashes to Fulani attachment to cattle. Owa Obokun charges INEC on free and fair elections. Nigerian Super Eagles face Rwanda tomorrow in a must-win World Cup qualifier. Trump says dialogue will posting very good glance direct talks on Ukraine. Fashion icon Giorgio Armani dies at 91. Now the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday embarked on a 10-day working vacations to Europe with stops in France and the United Kingdom. Special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, explained that the president will continue handling state matters while abroad, assuring Nigerians and governors will not be interrupted during his absence. He added that the trip is part of his annual leave, combining rest with official engagements. The trip comes after a series of recent diplomatic visits, and Tinubu is expected back in the country at the conclusion of his vacation. Ahead of 2026 Osun State governor election, the paramount ruler in Osun State, Owa Obokun of Ijeshaland of Clement Astrop, has charged INEC to be credible and to conduct a free and fair election at all times to enhance the trust of the electorate. Oba Astrop gave the charge when the INEC official in Osun State, led by the resident commission, Dr. Motiu Agbuki, paid him a courtesy call in his place in Elisha, in continuation of INEC's sensitization on voter registration and the collection of voters' cards by the eligible voters in the state. Kabiesi Owa Obokun charges INEC to work with their conscience and let the people's votes count. He called on the people of Ijeshaland and Osun State in general to go out and collect their voters' cards and urge the eligible voters and who have not registered to use the opportunity of the ongoing registration exercise to register and collect their cards in readiness for the election and to allow them to choose the representatives of their choice.
If you don't register, you cannot vote. And if you don't vote, don't complain when bad leaders emerge and they are not doing your wishes or your desire.
The INEC Commissioner, Dr. Agbuki, expressed satisfaction in their tour, said the visit is part of the sensitization exercise across the states and to engage the elders and community leaders to help INEC to disseminate the message of electioneering campaign.
Don't forget, traditional institutions, they are very key, particularly this time that INEC is carrying out the continuous voter registration. We are here. We have visited 2 palaces. This is the 3rd one in our senatorial district. And we hope that with this message from the palace, from the Owa himself, our people will see the need for them to still go out and register. So it is for us to engage the palace to help INEC to disseminate the message of electioneering process.
Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Gabon Musa says many Fulani pastoralists place greater value on their cattle than human life. A cultural belief that's continued to fuel violent clashes with farming communities among the country. General Musa explained that when cows are stolen or killed, others often see it as a personal attack, leading to cycles of revenge and prolonged conflicts with native populations.
The Fulani man favors his cow than human being. That's the mentality. He doesn't have land, he doesn't have everything. He thinks is his cow. So to him, when you kill his cow, it's like you've killed him. And in his own kind of ideas, he thinks taking revenge on humans. And that's why those are the issues we're saying.
He stressed that the introduction of the modern ranching and proper management of grazing roads remain the best long-term solutions to reduce tensions and bring lasting peace. In the same vein, Nigeria's defense headquarters says soldiers have intensified operations against terrorists across the country, killing several fighters and freeing dozens of hostages. In this latest update, the military confirmed that the 85 suspects were arrested and 66 kidnapped victims rescued during August operations in the northeast, northwest, and north central regions. Defense officials also revealed that the weapons, explosive, and logistics suppliers were recovered as troops continued clearance missions to dismantle terrorist hideouts and restore peace across the affected region. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, has appointed CSP Benjamin Ayande as the new Force Public Relations Officer, FPRO. Ayande, until his new duty post, was the spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command. A state over from DPC Muyiwa Adejobi, who has been deployed to Delta State Police Command as Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations following his recent operations. Police authorities explained that the deployment was a routine adjustment aimed at career growth and effective manpower use, stressing that it was neither punitive or controversial. I ended as the new National Police spokesperson is expected to strengthen public trust, improve crisis management, and enhance the force's communication strategy. Now on international news, the United States President Trump has said he's maintaining what he described as very good dialogue with Russian leader Vladimir Putin as efforts continue to find a resolution to the war in Ukraine. Speaking to reporters in Washington, Trump confirmed that he intends to speak directly with Putin soon, while acknowledging that ending the conflict remains hard to resolve. He added the diplomatic pressure on Moscow, including calls for Europe to cut Russia's oil purchases, is part of the ongoing negotiations. United States President comments on the as Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky seeks stronger Western guarantees for his country's security, while European allies have signaled readiness to consider redeploying peacekeeping forces if a ceasefire agreement is reached. Now on sport. Super Eagles face Rwanda tomorrow in a must-win World Cup qualifier. All eyes will be on Iyo tomorrow as Nigerian Super Eagles takes on Rwanda in its decisive 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. The clash kicks off at 5 p.m. right at God's Will Akpabio International Stadium. With qualifications hope hanging in balance, the Super Eagles must secure all 3 points to keep the campaign alive, while Rwanda's Amavubi are aiming for shock upsets. Fans across the country are expected to turn out in large numbers, with tickets priced at 3,000 for VIP and 1,000 for regular seats as the nation rallies behind the team. Now on entertainment. Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani, widely celebrated for revolutionizing modern style with his minimalist suits and timeless designs, has died at the age of 91. His fashion house confirmed that he passed away peacefully at his home in Milan. Over a career spanning nearly 5 decades, Armani builds one of the world's most influential luxury empires, launching global labels including Armani Privy and Armani Exchange. Beyond fashion, his brand expanded into cosmetics, hotels, and home designs, commenting his place as a pioneer of modern elegance. Tributes are poured in from world leaders, celebrities, and fellow designers. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni described him as a symbol of the best of Italy, while stars such as Julia Roberts and Leonardo DiCaprio remembered him as a visionary who left a lasting impact on global fashion. That will be all for now on News Recap. For more updates, visit our website at www.rulersworldtv. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rulers World TV, and do follow us on our social media handle, X, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, all at Rulers World TV. Thank you for watching. I'm Olalade Olariwa.